Hello, dear friends. The secret to staying calm is not to take things to heart. Opinion piece. Dark night. Turning point. Inner authority. The circus is over. Training programs. Tremendous cleanup. Night before disclosure. Secret Vatican archives. Internal war in Vatican. It's not about left or right. The golden age is upon us. On the brink of transformation. Let's start. Many people often talk about the dark night of the soul, a period of great confusion, depression and helplessness. However, the soul has no darkness. It is perfect because it is the divine spark of the source. It is the human ego that can be plunged into darkness due to unwise decisions made in various situations. There can be no rebirth without the dark night of the soul, a total annihilation of everything you believed and thought you were. We are shifting from external authority to internal authority. We are entering a high-frequency portal of hybrid solar activity that brings significant waves of solar plasma and celestial energy, making new levels of spiritual initiation for human evolution. This prompts our consciousness to accelerate and elevate our frequency, activating our DNA and clearing blockages in our energy system. On a dark night, it's always 3 a.m. Day after day, said Scott Fitzgerald. The dark night of the soul comes just before revelation, when all is lost and everything seems dark. Then comes new life and all that is needed, said Joseph Campbell. The dark night of the soul is when you have lost the taste for life but have not yet gained the fullness of divinity. This is how we must weather this dark time, the period of transformation when the familiar has been taken away and new riches are not yet ours, said Ram Dass. Poetry. Dark night of the soul according to Saint John of the Cross. In a dark night, with looming fire in love, oh happy fate, I went unnoticed, while my house was calm. In darkness setting, by disguised and secret ladder, oh happy fate, in darkness concealed, while my house was calm. In happy night, in secret that nobody saw me, nor I anything, no light and guide, but what in my heart was burning. It guided me more surely than the midway light to where he waited, who well I knew, there where no one appeared. O guiding night, O night more kind than break of day, O night that joined love with love, love in her lover transformed. O my flowering breast, all kept for him alone, left sleeping there, and I gave myself, and the cedars gave the air their smell, the scent of his brow, when I spread his hair, his calm hand, hat on my neck, and all my senses suspended. I lost myself. I lay my face against my lap. Everything stopped. My cares were left between the lilies, all forgotten. Discernment. Good darkness is found in the womb as a new life is gestating. It is the precious oyster shell that houses the precious pearl. It is in the deep darkness, just before dawn appears on the horizon. It is also in the darkness of closed eyes, when there is concentration during prayer and meditation, from which profound guidance and wisdom can emerge. The cosmic events that occur continuously are stronger than in the past ages, because a tremendous cleansing of the earth and everything upon it is taking place. And this has been designed and orchestrated by Source. Most of humankind has been trained, not educated. When a person is trained, he continues to unquestion everything presented to them or to him through the current conventional system, be it political, sociological, religious, etc. However, when a person is educated, he uses God-given analytical and spiritual processes to extract certain truths. Internal war. The Storm Rider discusses the war within the Vatican, elite condemnations and miraculous technology. In his latest Patreon videos, the writer describes the enormous war taking place within the Vatican. Everyone is fighting each other for power. The Jesuits, the Knights of Malta, the CIA, the Mossad, and MI6. According to Brian Cates, we are in a silent and conventional war because conventional forms of warfare would be of no use. This has been going on for a long time. According to Sister Thierra, it is well known to historians that Pope Francis had a very uneasy friendship with Klaus Schwab, both leaders of the globalist forces working to establish the biblically prophesied one world government to oppose God. However, on Monday, Pope Francis died and Schwab resigned after being placed under criminal investigation. According to X22 report, Klaus Schwab wanted everyone to eat insects and give up everything while he has everything. The dark side is in process of self-destruction. The more they do this, the worse it will be for them, he says. When the time comes, a purge will be unleashed against the corrupt system. Secret archives. Not many people know that the Vatican has over 50 kilometers of underground archives containing the history of the world. According to Vicky Verma, these archives extend over 85 kilometers of shelving and include 35,000 volumes of catalogs. They contain documents over 1,200 years old. Some even believe the Vatican is hiding aliens there. Russian General Ludwig gained access to the Vatican's secret archives and discovered information about ancient aliens. Ludwig claimed that during the 1920s he was allowed to read secret documents from the Vatican archives, a vast collection of very old records. He claimed to have found strange texts about ancient codes, alchemy, and even stories about UFOs that visited Earth long ago. In 1938, he was accused of being a Vatican spy and sent to a concentration camp. According to Ludwig, some of these texts speak of visitors from the stars who aided early civilizations such as the Egyptian, Mayan, and Mesopotamian. He studied Mayan symbols and believed they depicted images of a spacecraft and astronauts. He even claimed there were indications of the use of nuclear weapons in ancient times, such as the molten walls of Babylon. Ludwig also had a deep interest in the Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations. He believed their progress occurred suddenly around 4000 BC, when they learned to build cities, use irrigation, invent the wheel, and create writing. Their primitive writing was composed of pictorial symbols and dated to around 3200 BC. He also believed that the pyramids of Egypt were not simple tombs, but tools of spiritual or cosmic communication. Ludwig believed that Christian images of angels came from an earlier culture called the Etruscans. In 2016, leaked emails from Hillary Clinton's campaign revealed that her advisor, John Podesta, had received messages about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. One of the emails came from astronaut Edgar Mitchell, who claimed that the Vatican had knowledge of extraterrestrial life. He also spoke about the need to maintain peace in space and prevent its use for war. Turning point. We are witnessing a major turning point in human history, according to Michael. This is the moment when humankind will choose between peace and war. It seems that the window of opportunity to choose peace is closing. Negotiations with Iran have not made much progress, and the administration is warning that it is willing to abandon negotiations to end the war in Ukraine if the Russians and Ukrainians don't accept the proposed 7-point agreement. We have made a very explicit proposal to both the Russian and the Ukrainians in plural, and it is time for them to say yes, or for the US to withdraw from this process. Vance said, "We have reached one of the most critical turning points in history, yet most Westerners don't seem to grasp the significance of the drama unfolding before our eyes. This is our last, best chance for peace, and we must not squander it. Expect miracles." The Tom Ryder explained how, in 2012, white hats from different dimensions, advanced civilizations, cosmic races, and divine angels finally interceded to help, sending a marvelous cube of light of super advanced technology that is more powerful than anything the dark side has, and is, in fact, accelerating the end of the shadow. The divine angels finally brought divine wrath upon the monsters who did horrible things to human beings. The good news is that we are on the verge of a transformation so marvelous we can't even imagine it. The coalition possesses exotic living intelligence computers, cosmic technology so advanced it is beyond human understanding, and will change the world. Expect miracles. There is much to look forward to, much to be thankful for. World Awakening. Ismael Perez is setting that the first wave of the solar flare will occur before summer. Sources speak of the peak of solar activity expected in 2025, especially around July, and of the increase in solar storms and their effects on Earth. Humankind is about to learn hidden truths about its origins, technology, and manipulation. His video presents a narrative of imminent global transformation driven by the release of advanced healing technologies and a massive spiritual awakening. He claims that humankind is on the verge of the greatest revelation in human history, involving the exposure of hidden truths about human origins, suppressed technologies, extraterrestrial contact, and the manipulation of society by secret forces. He adds that every major system has been designed to keep people unaware of their true power, but that this era of deception is ending as humanity awakens. Perez links these events to a broader geopolitical struggle, referencing secret operations and executive orders and the involvement of high-profile figures such as Mr. T, presumably Donald Trump, who is said to be orchestrating the overthrow of corrupt systems in coalition with non-terrestrial entities. He also discusses the role of the Vatican, spiritual symbolism, and the need for humanity to reclaim its divine potential as part of a cosmic shift. Training. Ismael Perez describes a 5-class training program for consciousness mastery and healing, developed by ancient spiritual orders to prepare people for the use of these technologies and for a new era of spiritual sovereignty. He claims that these programs are already active for select individuals and are monitored by advanced artificial intelligence systems. Entry requirements. Only non-evil and non-narcissistic individuals will qualify because access is based on frequency. The initial launch will be in Texas, Tennessee, Florida, and Montana, with global expansion planned. This training program has 5 classes. Class A, mental rehabilitation and deprogramming for the unawakened. Class B, awakening psychic abilities for those already aware. Class C, training in energy warfare and earth stewardship. Class D, field training with medical vets and live operations. Class E, advanced interdimensional healing for commanders of consciousness by invitation only. Golden Age. The Golden Age is upon us. The fog of repression is dissipating at the dawn of the new Golden Age. We are no longer bound by the shadows of a tyrannical government that hides the keys to our collective evolution. The old regime, addicted to control, fearful of progress, and obsessed with censorship, is disappearing. A transparent government is breaking the chains of suppressed science, hidden technology, and instrumentalized bureaucracy. This renewal begins with revealing what was hidden from us. The promised vision of unlimited energy is reemerging. Biotechnology is focused on prolonging life and restoring health. The time has come to review current regulations and ask ourselves who they really protect and what their true cost is. The release of repressed technologies will send shockwaves around the world. Global energy dependence means collapsing the war machine. Open access to innovation means building prosperous and self-sufficient civilizations, not technocratic surveillance states. The circus is over. This isn't about left or right. It's about reality versus illusion. The dark side tried to make you believe that your ideas didn't matter and that your dreams were obsolete. But now you are the cornerstone of this golden age. The golden age isn't coming. It's already here. With it comes a collective opportunity to build the world that was once hidden from us. A world of flying cars, unlimited energy, quantum healing, and sovereign freedom. This system isn't here to control your decline. It's here to fuel your rise. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.